Hello, my darlings. It is time for I Write, and we're on page 22, and it's just a little friend, just one friend, because it's I, so it's individual. So it says, how tools help. Draw tools you can use to solve problems. So I drew the tools from the story from yesterday, and here I have a flashlight. And here I have the nose that they use to sniff out the best smelling flower for the mom. Here's a shovel to dig to get the bone. And here's a rocket if you want to go to the moon. So if we draw pictures, sometimes we can visualize things in our mind before we have to write about them. And we do this in Writer's Workshop all the time too, where we draw out our personal narratives, our moments, and then we can better write about them. So if you turn the page after you're done drawing, remember this is not art class, so just do your best. I drew the flashlight, the nose, the shovel, and the rocket. Then if you turn the page, it looks like this. Page 23 says, write how to use tools to solve problems. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. That's not a lot. You could probably pick 2 of the tools and use those in your writing. So at the bottom, it says student self-check. I used long O words spelled with an E at the end. So I need to make sure I do that. I used words from the vocabulary word bank. I wrote how to use tools to solve problems. All right, so some of the words from the word bank were flashlight, shovel, moon, dig, and sniff. So I'm gonna have to use some of those and then also tell people how they help solve problems. So write how to use tools to solve problems. So I'm going to write about, before I start writing, I need to think about what I'm going to write. So I'm going to write about how you can use your nose to sniff out the best rose. I don't remember if rose was in there, but I know nose was. So yep, rose was good, because that also starts with, or also has the long O. You can use your nose to sniff the best smelling rose, right? You can use your nose to sniff the best smelling rose. You can also use a shovel to dig up your bone. So I think I have room for that. You may not, and that's okay. You can use a shovel to dig up, your bone. Now remember, you're always trying to have your best handwriting, and you're always using 5-star writing. So 5 stars starts with a capital. We have finger spaces. It makes sense. Neat handwriting and punctuation to end. You can use your nose to sniff the best smelling rose. You can use a shovel to dig up your bone. Okay, so I'm now going to go through the checklist. I used long O words with an E at the end. And underline those. You can use your nose. There it is. Long O and an E. To sniff the best smelling rose. Long O and an E. You can use a shovel to dig up your bone. Good. So I can check that off. I used words from the word bank. Words from the word bank were sniff, that was in there, and shovel. Okay, awesome. And then it says, I wrote how to use tools to solve problems. Yeah. So if you want to find the best smelling rose, you can use your nose. You can use a shovel to dig up your bone. Your nose is a tool. It helps you, right? Absolutely. Definitely. All right. Well, good job. And again, you don't have to copy mine. You can do something of your own, but make sure you are following those 5 stars with your writing so it can be the very best writing you can possibly do. All right, bye, boys and girls.